last game of the first round from the Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island in the East Region. The Monmouth Hawks out of the Northeast Conference and the Marquette Golden Eagles, ranked number 20 in the country. Massachusetts and Stanford advanced this afternoon to meet each other Saturday. Arkansas eliminated Penn State tonight. Hello, everyone. Tim Ryan and Al McGuire ready to go for game number 4 here from Providence. And Marquette, the team you took for the title in 1977, had a great streak through the Conference USA tournament. Just prior to that, they beat Cincinnati, then South Florida and Memphis in the tournament, lost a squeaker in overtime to Cincinnati. Mike Dean, their young coach, has them playing very well.
They're on a good roll. They're really keyed right for the NCAA tournament. They got 5 scorers and starters that average in double numbers. They have to have 4 of them to score to win a ball game.
But Aaron Hutchins, the main man.
He absolutely is the main man. They call him the little general. He runs the offense and the defense, penetrates, kicks out, and can burn you with the 3.
The Monmouth Hawks are a 13 seed out of the Northeast Conference from West Long Branch, New Jersey, and they kind of squeaked in here. They came from 5 down with 21 seconds left in their conference tournament to beat Marist, and then they defeated Ryder by just a point with 4 seconds left. Corey Albano is their star.
Yeah, he's the consistent offense. He averages about 18 points a game. All the offensive scoring must go through Corey Albano.
They have their work cut out for them, a 13 seed here against nationally ranked Marquette. Keep an eye on John Giraldo. He's the main man on the backcourt for them. And for the Marquette Golden Eagles, we talked about Hutchins, but Amal McCaskill has played awfully well up front in recent weeks. Wayne Zook is the head coach in his 9th season at Monmouth. And a very good record, as you can see, over 50%. The first ever appearance by Monmouth in an NCAA tournament. Mike Dean in his 2nd season, and he has really been impressive. A 65% win percentage. The officials, Frank Scagliota, Dick Cartmel, and Sid Rodeheffer. We're ready to play ball here in the final game of the day in Providence, Rhode Island.
If Marquette gets the tip, they go for 3-pointer right away. Trying to get it to Pieper.
Pieper is number 5, and he can shoot from 3. This is Aaron Hutchins. Had an outstanding conference tournament. Conference USA. Pieper is a number 3, pardon me, and Chris Crawford is number 5 for Marquette. This is Pieper with the ball.
Mike Dean is the defensive coach. That means if he calls a timeout, the defense is broken down, not the offense.
Well, McCaskill picked up a quick foul away from the ball. And Monmouth has possession for the first time. There's Giraldo. John Giraldo, a senior from Gutenberg, New Jersey. With Barksdale. They stop at Barksdale trying for 3. Up high for the rebound is Quincy Lee. He misses, and McCaskill rebounds. Ronnie Eford. For Hutchins driving the lane and tripped over Giraldo. Monmouth Hawks from West Long Branch, New Jersey. An enrollment of just 4,700. They're in the Northeast Conference, as we said, a record of 20-9, 14-4 in the conference. Wayne Zook, their coach. And Iditas picked up the foul for Monmouth. His first personal, first team foul. Pieper into Crawford. Crawford spin around, in and out. And it's brought down by Barksdale on the rebound.
Good rhythm game for the Hawks at the present pace. Want to get the ball into Albano. There it goes. It's going up.
Watched by McCaskill. He kicks it back outside. Giraldo along the baseline for Iditas. One of 2 Lithuanian players on the team. Edrius Iditas played his high school ball in the U.S.
This little general with the ball and makes things happen. Eford gives it back to Hutch.
Pieper to Chris Crawford driving. Won't drop for him. Iditas in front of McCaskill, and Monmouth Hawks come away with it.
Giraldo's the type of guy you want on your team, a senior, especially in the NCAA tournament, playing the point guard. He'll run the show. And he'll burn you from 3-point land.
Giraldo, a 46% shooter from 3-point range. averaging 14.2 a game. Hutchins over the top to Pieper. Back for Hutchins. Hutchins to Pieper. Pieper's jumper. Three-pointer.
Well, the last 4 or 5 games, he's been boiling. He's been smoking, on fire, and from outside.
40% three-point shooter for Marquette, averaging 11.6 points a game. We're tied at 3. Albano trying a baseline. Cascio all over him, and
too many steps.
Travel.
Yep. Too many steps. School is too close to the boardwalk.
3-3 game, 17:15 to go. First half. I'd like to have you amplify on the school is too close to the boardwalk,
which creates you the walk.
I see. Okay.
Like Atlantic City.
Now this is a team from the shore. The Jersey Shore. Hutchins buries a 3. So we've had 3 3-point games. West Long Branch, New Jersey, near the Jersey Shore. And of course a lot of supporters here for Monmouth coming up from New Jersey.
Marquette, a solid man-to-man.
They beat it. Number 12. Get out for Giraldo. Trying for 3 again. The 3-point contest.
Pieper's not quick enough to cover Giraldo on the outside.
Hutchins to Pieper. Hutchins from the corner. Tries a 3. The first miss. Pieper. He hits a 3.
Scored over 3,000 points in high school in Wisconsin, Pieper.
6 points for Pieper. From Osaki, Wisconsin. Outstanding high school shooter. And we have had nothing but 3s so far. Barksdale steps in for 2, and he hits. 1 point. Marquette lead. Timeout call by Mike Dean, the 22nd.
You got to remember, Tim, with the Hawks, they all can handle the ball well. They're a deliberate team, and they play team defense.
Monmouth will go at least 3 deep beyond their first 5. Jeff Franklin, Jack Gordon, and Pat Flynn should see action. Marquette will call on Zach McCall, Richard Shaw. Faisal Abraham has been playing very well, and freshman Gerard Lovett, who's played awfully well the last couple of games of the tournament. We said it was the first tournament appearance for the Monmouth University Hawks. Prior to that, they had some success in other divisions. 5 times at the NAIA tournament. 3 times they made it to the Division II NCAA playoffs. They've been in the Division I since 1982, and they are excited about this opportunity. They've got all starters back from last year, and you can see that cohesion.
Marquette has to get a more McCaskill off the snide.
Eford missing. Rebound by Giraldo. Barksdale in the corner.
Nice kick into Corey.
Albano over McCaskill, missed it off the far rim. Rebound, Eford. Aaron Hutchins driving the lane, lost control of the ball as he was checked. And it'll be Marquette ball when we return. 15:19 to go first half. Marquette by 1.
Into the Marquette lineup.
Marquette by a point. It's been a 3-point battle so far, except for 1 2-pointer by Barksdale of Monmouth. 15:19 to go. You were talking about the matchup.
I don't like Anthony Pepe at guard Giraldo. He's the point guard on the Hawks. I think he's too quick, and Pepe being 6'3" and John Giraldo only 5'11". I think Hutch should eventually end up picking up John Giraldo.
Monmouth Hawks out of the conference against some named teams: Seton Hall, Manhattan, Princeton, Duke. They lost them all, but they lost by a reasonably close score to Princeton. And good experience for them getting into the tournament as the tournament winners in the Northeast Conference tournament. A steal by Barksdale. Barksdale connects, taking it from Chris Crawford. And Monmouth in front by a point.
Token pressure up court, nothing serious, just to break your timing.
Crawford kicks it off for Pieper. He missed, and up high with a good rebound is Albano. Corey Albano, a junior from Toms River, New Jersey. The leading scorer at 17.3 a game.
The key to the NCAA tournament is always the guards, the senior guards. Head and shoulder fake, created the walk.
Walked by Quincy Lee. He was the hero in the final, scoring 2 free throws with 4 seconds left.
He's a transfer from La Salle. He sat out last year. Seems to be indecision on the Golden Eagles' part.
This is Eford. Puts it down and puts it up for 2. Marquette by 1.
He can put the ball on the floor. He can also play a great transition game. E for Eford.
Quincy Lee to Albano, comes outside to Adidas. Pass for Barksdale back over the timeline.
That's over and back when he touches it. 1, 2, 3. Blow the whistle. I thought that was cute.
Three turnovers by Monmouth in the early going. Marquette possession. Pieper will inbound it. Abraham in the game for the Golden Eagles, number 40. Played awfully well this last month of the season in relief of McCaskill.
Aaron Hutchins, the ball in his hands. Things are going to happen.
This is Hutchins to Eford. Eford backing in on Geraldo. That's a mismatch.
Yeah, Eford's about 7, 8 inches taller than John. Geraldo.
4 points for Eford. Adidas. Geraldo again. Backs it out and calls another play.
Looks like a miniature Princeton out here.
Princeton tied with UCLA last report at 16 all. Not a lot of time left in the first half, so their slow down game working.
Ooh, nice feed underneath.
Abraham and Adidas just missed falling on his back. And Barksdale comes up with it from Monmouth.
The reason I made that statement is Coach Stokes was an assistant coach under Pete Carrill at Princeton.
So the other Jersey school holding its own against last year's national champs. Jim Herrick not happy about being pushed out of the West region this year. Arizona got to stay in the West. Barksdale blocked by Abraham, and here comes Hutchins. 3 on 2. Abraham mishandled, and Eford stepped out.
The defense by the Hawks are making it difficult for the offense of the Golden Eagles.
Third turnover by Marquette. They have a 3-point lead. 12:18 to go first half. Ranked number 20 in the nation, the Golden Eagles. 22 wins, 7 defeats, 10-5 in Conference USA. Losing in the finals in overtime to the outstanding Cincinnati Bearcats. Gordon into the game for Monmouth. Got the ball back after his miss. Works his way out from Eford and hands off to Geraldo. Geraldo tries to paint, and he's foul, making the drive.
Again, Eford has to get off him or he'll be in foul trouble as this game goes on. He's too quick for Pete.
Pieper picked up the personal. 13-10 Marquette. Well, the rest of the East bracket gets started tomorrow in Richmond, Virginia. And they've got number 6 Carolina, number 3 Texas Tech, and number 2 Georgetown all in action tomorrow. And it begins at 12:15 Eastern Time with Georgetown, Mississippi Valley State. All here on CBS, exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament. The Monmouth Hawks from the Northeast Conference, they won the tournament championship, automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. In against number 20 ranked Marquette. And the Golden Eagles lead by 3. Albano, the basket will count, and he's fouled by Levette.
He took the freshman to school, got the ball on the inside, and finished up.
Gerard Levette, number 45, a freshman from Blair, Wisconsin, at 6'10". Very promising future for this young man. Played well against Cincinnati, but had foul problems there, and he picks up a bad one that makes the coaches upset.
Most of Coach Dean's moves are off defensive errors, not offensive errors. Pressure up court by the Hawks. 2-2-1.
3-point play ties it at 13.
Got to get the ball into the middle. The zone is broken.
They took Levette out immediately. He just come in during the timeout. McCaskill returns to the center position for Marquette. Eford turns around underneath Giraldo, followed by McCaskill. He missed. Crawford missed the tip, and it's rebounded by Barksdale.
McCaskill had to learn to dunk that shot, not to shoot it. He's that close to the basket. He's 6'11". He has to go up and put a vicious dunk back in.
Albano's the leading rebounder for Monmouth, but Barksdale has been strong early here for the Hawks. Gordon's still in off the bench for Monmouth, number 15.
Barksdale, number 34, has good movement without the ball on offense.
Albano off to Giraldo. Giraldo into the paint. Kicks it off for Iditas, and he missed the shot. Rebounded by McCaskill. Hutchins to Eford, to Crawford, and Albano with a beautiful block. Oh, ball. Gordon the other way. 3-on-2. Gordon driving. Eford, good defense, stopped him, and he threw it off to Crawford with a miscue, and a 2-on-1 break the other way. And again, good defense. This time Iditas. Strong defensive play by Monmouth. It'll be Marquette ball.
Watch the block here. He climbs nice. Albano got all leather.
Eford. Watched by Gordon.
5-count turnover.
Now Marquette a little frustrated by this very solid, poised play of the Monmouth Hawks. Still tied at 13. 10-12 to go first half. McCaskill out, Abraham in for Marquette.
Both teams playing man-to-man, now and then giving a matchup zone face.
Monmouth, New Jersey. There's actually another Monmouth College in Illinois, Division III school in Monmouth, Illinois. Gordon up and in.
Oh, the red-headed kid, Irish kid, that's your St. Patrick's Day present.
Jack Gordon from Bayonne, New Jersey. Shoots from the field at 48%, but that looked more like a prayer. 3-point try by Pieper won't go. Battle for the rebound. Controlled by Abraham. A nice turnaround hook.
Abraham used his muscle down low.
His first basket, tied at 15. How do you know he's Irish? Just because he's got red hair?
I asked him at practice, he had red hair, and I said, "You're Irish?" He said, "You bet we are."
Well, he is this week anyway. Foul called in the lane, and it's on Abraham, his first. Let's see St. Patrick at work here.
Yeah, let's watch the Reddit here. Jack Gordon, he gets down low. He just really puts up a prayer. Matter of fact, that was a whole rosary that he put up there. Nevertheless, quick. Barksdale is very, very quick when he gets the ball underneath.
Abraham picks up another foul. That's 2 in the last few seconds, sending Barksdale to the line. 9:09 to go, first half. Tied at 15.
Kind of upset with himself. So's the coach at missing that one.
73% free throw shooter, so Barksdale unhappy at the miss. He's got 4 points and misses that one. Eford rebounding, so we remain tied. Coming to the 9-minute mark, first half.
Nice screen set high by Crawford.
Eford missing. Rebound. Barksdale has been very good around the basket on the defensive boards.
He's definitely the quickest ball player on the Hawks.
Albano. Foul off the ball. Looks like Gordon, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was our man a little bit too aggressive physically on Eford.
Second team foul on Monmouth.
They've kept Hutch out of the game. Aaron Hutchins, their little general.
This This is Hutchins, number 12, up to Pieper. Abraham in the corner. Hutchins trying for three, and it's good.
Mentally tough kid, hangs in there. He would have got the MVP in the NIT last year, but Virginia Tech beat him in the finals.
Shoots the three at 36%, Aaron Hutchins, and often in clutch situations. He opens a three-point lead. Giraldo driving the paint, kicks it back out. Iditas going hard, in and out. Rebound, Pieper.
Iditas had to play the glass that time rather than just the rim.
Lob in for McCaskill, too far. Turnover by Marquette. 7:55 to go. Marquette leads by 3. Tim Ryan and Al McGuire in Providence. The game started out as a three-point shooting contest. Each team 50% in that category early, but Marquette a 5-0 run in the last 2 minutes. And Marquette has taken advantage of Monmouth turnovers, but their lead is only 3, 18-15 with 7:55 to go. First half.
Zach McCall come in to pick up Giraldo. He's the best athlete on the Golden Eagle team. That's number 25, covering number 10, the great point guard for Monmouth.
McCall, a sophomore at 6'3" from Fitchburg, Massachusetts. So no doubt he's got some friends and family either here or watching on television tonight in the area. About an hour south of Boston, here in Providence, Rhode Island. This is Gordon.
Clock down to 5.
Gordon lost control of his dribble, and Aaron Hutchins jumps in to take it away, and Albano blocks him. And Shaw couldn't keep it alive. He was on the end line. Richard Shaw, the sophomore from LaSalle, Ontario, at 6'11", number 34, in for Marquette. Another Marquette turnover.
Every time down, a set offensive half-court game.
Giraldo. And Marquette leading by just one, 18-17. Giraldo hits for 2 for the Monmouth Hawks. 8 points for the senior guard from Gutenberg, New Jersey. Hutchins watched by Giraldo, and the pass gets away. Ronnie Eford trying to save it. 6:46 to go in the half. Marquette having their problems with Monmouth. Arkansas has advanced to meet the winner of this game, the 13-seed Monmouth Hawks from West Long Branch, New Jersey. Tournament winners in the Northeast Conference, earning their automatic bid. And playing the 20th ranked Marquette Golden Eagles even here. Jack Gordon, shot partially blocked. Albano with a good effort comes up with a loose ball. And Albano with a nice reverse layup.
And reverse English on that ball. Excellent. Because you knew 6'11", McCaskill was coming at him.
5 points for Albano, the leading scorer on this team at 17.3. This is Pieper. Ronnie Eford in for Richard Shaw. And Shaw is fouled by Giraldo. Might have been Albano. Let's wait for that call.
Here's Corey Albano, gets the ball down low. Now watch him put reverse English on and use his body as a defensive weapon. Because 6'11", McCaskill's coming at him, and 2 other men were closing down.
And Giraldo did pick up the foul. Third team foul on Monmouth. Aaron Hutchins up and coming back in for Marquette. Zach McCall comes out. Marquette with Richard Shaw and McCaskill, 2 big men in together now. Mike Dean trying to take advantage of the height advantage. That cannot be matched by Monmouth. Albano making it difficult for Hutchins, but he lobs a high pass in for Eford.
Barksdale's doing an excellent job on Eford defensively.
McCaskill. Adidas did a good job defensively again. Monmouth playing some tough defense. Monmouth by 1. Barksdale from the corner. Off the front iron over the backboard, out of play. Shaw goes out. Chris Crawford returns for Marquette.
Cat and mouse game. Mike Dean is trying to find the right combination out there to get a spurt. But with the team defense by the Hawks, they won't allow a spurt.
He's got the starting lineup back in now intact. This is Eford on the baseline. Tries the bank shot.
Chris Crawford pushed off down low. Too obvious. The ref was right there.
Crawford trying to get rebound position. Picks up the foul instead, his first.
Timmy really had the position. The push off was just a kind of stupid.
I thought you might be headed that way.
Yeah, I can't find a better word for it.
Chris Crawford plays in the rookie league for the Houston Astros as a contract with the Houston Astros.
He doesn't have a basketball scholarship at Marquette. It's paid by the baseball team. So it doesn't count on one of the 13 scholarships against Mike Dean.
Giraldo, three is in and out. McCaskill rebounds. Bounce pass for Eford. Adidas shuts him off. Quincy Lee comes up with the ball to Barksdale. Got to be impressed with Monmouth's defense in the early going here.
Well, if you want to play good defense, it has to be team defense. But both these teams play good team defense. But the Hawks are doing a better job, in my opinion.
Under 5 minutes we go. 1 point Monmouth lead. Quincy Lee's shot from close in missed.
Dodged the bullet that time, Marquette.
Hutchins around the screen of McCaskill. In the corner is Pieper. They tie up. Hutchins inside, but he gets the pass off to Crawford. It takes it hard. First basket for Chris Crawford and a 1 point Marquette lead.
Well, give him credit there to Hutchins' pass. He split that double team and kicked it out to Crawford.
Low scoring first half here with only 4 minutes and 5 seconds left. The ball goes off the hands of Quincy Lee. It'll be Marquette ball.
Both teams, Tim, very well coached, both of them.
7 turnovers by Monmouth now. Marquette having to work for everything they get. The number 20 ranked team in the country.
They got to get on the board with McCaskill. He has to get a basket sooner or later. Alley-oop.
For McCall, a little too high. Giraldo back. Giraldo driving, pulls up. The jumper will be short. And it's gathered in by Zach McCall. Aaron Hutchins into the paint. His pull-up off the glass is good.
As Rafferty would say, he kissed the glass.
18 points. 8 points, pardon me. 8 points for Aaron Hutchins. 22-19.
Mike Dean's up. He wants to stop it here. It's quite important. You're not going to get it to get this ball down low like that to Albano. That was really a foul by McCaskill.
Albano got a hand on the pass, knocked it out of bounds. 3:11 to go first half. Marquette by 3, just 22-19.
Princeton 18.
22-19, Marquette over Monmouth here. 3:11 to go in the first half. Coming up on Pennzoil at the half. Jim Nance and Clark Kellogg with tournament news, scores, highlights, and a look live at action going on throughout the NCAA tournament in these final games of the day. That's all coming up on Pennzoil at the half. Basket after the whistle, of course. And it is Monmouth ball. 12 turnovers by Marquette now. And Marquette shooting at 36%, Monmouth at 33%. That accounts for some of that low score, but most of it from extremely good defense on the part of both teams. And great credit to Wayne Zook and the Monmouth Hawks.
Coach Zook is creating those 12 turnovers. For Marquette to be up by 3 with that many turnovers is shows good shooting.
Giraldo's 3 off the front rim. Monmouth keeps it alive as Adidas knocked it back, and there's Barksdale underneath. Marquette by 1, 6 points for Mustafa Barksdale. Zach McCall up and ready to come in for Marquette. Mike Morgan in the lineup, number 21. Sorry, Al.
They're keeping the paint down low, crowded. The Hawks are. Won't give the big man any room.
McCaskill and Adidas.
That's a foul on McCaskill, but mainly out of frustration because of the shot he missed just before it.
Marquette foul is on number 00, McCaskill. That's his
Gaskill picks up his second with 2:18 to go, and Marquette with a 1-point lead here in the first half.
They're in the 1-1, so we'll go to the foul line.
Iditas at the line. Giedrius Iditas from Vilnius, Lithuania. We've got a 1-point game with 2:16 to go. Marquette by 1. Hutchins pull-up jumper, and he hits it. A lot of loft on that one. 24-21. 10 points for the leader of this Marquette team, the sophomore guard, Aaron Hutchins. Giraldo.
I get the ball to Corey Albano now.
There he is, Albano. And he traveled, starting his dribble. 24-21 the score. Marquette with 1:50 to go. Number 20 ranked Golden Eagles have had their hands full with the tournament champions out of the Northeast. 8 turnovers now by Monmouth.
Score here would be the biggest lead of the half.
Hutchins will be short for that one. Richard Shaw can't keep it in. It'll be Monmouth ball. No, it's Marquette ball. Hand on it by one of the Hawks. On the way out of bounds. Jack Gordon comes back in. Iditas sits down, and Wayne Zook still thinking it was Monmouth ball.
Pieper should take Barksdale around a double pick down low to try to get a 3-point shot.
Hutchins walks it out. Calls the play. Call the Pieper.
Looks like they want to kick it down low.
Hutchins to the free throw line, then off to Pieper. Pieper hits the jumper. Biggest lead of the game so far. 5 points for Marquette.
That's not his shot, a fadeaway jumper, but when you're hot, you're hot.
8 points for Anthony Pieper from Wasaki, Wisconsin, the junior. Giraldo's pass, Albano didn't see it coming. Battle for the loose ball. Richard Shaw comes up with it. And Giraldo will pick up the foul on Anthony Pieper, trying to grab that loose ball.
That's only the 4th personal foul. So they'll take the ball out of bounds, the Golden Eagles.
Second on Giraldo. 48.3 seconds left. 5-point game, and Wayne Zook has a 20-second timeout. Keep his team close, he hopes, in this final minute of the first half. In a seesaw battle, a point apart, until Marquette stretched it to 5.
You only allow one 20-second timeout a half. If you don't use it, you burn it. So that's why everybody uses it.
Well, another team from New Jersey, now in the second half, it was 19-18 for UCLA at halftime. You think they're not driving Jim Herrick and company crazy. And that's a somewhat impatient Bruins team anyway. A lot of youngsters on it. And I'm sure the Pete Carrill Princeton style of play is making them nuts there.
Pete is holding a coaching clinic.
Shaw inside for Chris Crawford off the glass. Yes, it'll count.
It seems that the Hawks, Tim, are starting to wear out physically. Marquette throws about 9-10 men at you in a rotation in the first half, and most of them are physical ball players.
Crawford at the line with 4 points, and they've opened a 7-point lead. And it's tough for the game Monmouth Hawks here, who were within 3 points of them right until the final minute.
And it's just a shot clock now. It might be a second difference. I look for the Hawks to bring it down to 1 shot. Try to get in at halftime, only maybe 6 or 7 down, possibly 5 if they hit a 3-pointer.
19 seconds on the shot clock. And the turnover to Zach McCall, trying to get it inside.
Fatigue is starting to show on the Hawks.
Now they're ready for the locker room at halftime here. It's still very much in the game, just 8 points down. This is Hutchins. He pulls up and pushes a jumper in. Aaron Hutchins. What a ball player. And he makes it a 10-point lead for number 20 ranked Marquette. Aaron Hutchins, their main man, again comes up with the key points.
He got the clock in his head. He's patient. He doesn't fade away because he's shooting into a lot of timber. That's why they call him the Little General.
Here's another look at it. Look at the strength on his final push as he's falling back. Perfect arc. And Mike Dean's got to like that. Yes, a 10-point lead. Marquette 31, Monmouth 21. CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship will continue after this message and a word from your local station. We're back in Providence. Marquette leading Monmouth by 10. Tim Ryan and Al McGuire. And Al, you know, this being an election year, Steve Forbes dropped out of the race, and old fan of yours brought down this button. Back in 1976, he wanted you to run for president, so I guess he's asking you to do it again.
What you don't realize, Tim, the world doesn't realize, I would win. I was not a politician. I was a statesman.
Yes, you were. This was your most statesman-like year, 1977. There's Butch Lee, one of your stars for Marquette, as he won the national championship. And look at that. You think an Irishman would cry in victory, huh?
Well, we always show our emotions, and come Sunday, we'll show our Irish emotions for St. Patrick.
All right, well, Marquette's then Warriors, now Golden Eagles, are up by 10 over Monmouth as we begin the second half. And the number 20 ranked Marquette Golden Eagles, now coached by second-year man Mike Dean, having an outstanding year. 22 wins, 7 defeats, and hoping to advance to the second round of this year's NCAA tournament.
Score here would help the Hawks out tremendously. They got stung with Hutch's last score at halftime. Up, turnover into Eford.
Eford pulls up on the jumper and drops a three.
Mike Dean gives them the green light of that. In the fast break, they can pull up as long as the three-point land and let it fly.
7 points for Eford. And a quick timeout call by Wayne Zook.
Good call by Zook, a good 20. Doesn't want to let the game get out of hand. Down 13 now.
There's Bo Ellis. You saw him in the final shot of that little videotape of Marquette's victory in 1977 over North Carolina. He was one of your stars and now an assistant coach and an all-around great guy.
You know what, Tim? All my ball players are successful. Bo took us to 2 final games. I blew the one in 74 against North Carolina State with 3 technical fouls. Then in 77, he finished the job, and we beat North Carolina at the Omni in Atlanta, where they're going to have the great Olympics this year.
Monmouth in blue, Marquette in white with gold trim. This is Barksdale to Giraldo. Underneath for Albano. And over the top comes McCaskill.
Huge basket by Corey Albano that time. They needed it to stay in the ball game. Here's the pass down low. McCaskill slow coming over. He puts up a prayer. Now he's going to make a three-point play, maybe the old-fashioned way.
And 3 fouls on McCaskill, who goes to the Marquette bench.
McCaskill hasn't scored.
Misses the free throw, has 7 points on the night. Albano, the leading scorer of the Monmouth Hawks, averaging 17.3 a game. Hutchins, Eford, Stofford, Keeper, Hutchins, and Abraham. Remainder of the lineup. Abraham coming in from McCaskill after the 3rd foul. Eford missing the jumper. Rebound, Albano. And going the distance is Giraldo.
Just going to give Giraldo a little crack, and he'll take advantage of it.
10 points for Giraldo, the senior guard from Gutenberg, New Jersey.
See Mike Dean there? He's defensive coach. He calls timeouts off defensive breakdown. He doesn't worry about the offense.
34-25 the score. Marquette led by 10 at the half, and now 9 just underway here in the second. But Marquette, as you can see, 16-6, outscoring them over the last 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Al, you thought that Monmouth started to wilt a little in the final minute of the first half, that the size and the bench of Marquette starting to show.
Yeah, Marquette goes 9 deep in their rotation, have a lot of physical ball players, and I thought the Hawks were starting to wear it down at the end, and Marquette was very fortunate going in with a 10-point lead at halftime. Showing the zone this time down a 2-3 zone or a 3-2 zone more than a 2-3.
This is Hutchins to Pieper. Try to get it to Abraham. Couldn't save it. He stepped on the line. So the Golden Eagles turn it over with that miscue. Geraldo brings it up. 13 turnovers for Marquette. Starting lineup on the floor for Monmouth.
A huge score right here for Monmouth. There it is.
I know. 9 points for Albano. And again, Mike Dean calls another timeout. 17:59 to go. Marquette leading Monmouth of New Jersey 34-27. 17:59 to go second half. Corey Albano with 9 points and 4 rebounds. He is their key guy, averaging 17-3 a game.
2-2-1 press up court, trying to create a turnover.
Tournament MVP this year, Albano was in the Northeast Conference Tournament at 21 points and 12 rebounds against Ryder in the championship game.
Outstanding touch around the basket, especially down tight.
Gets 7.3 rebounds a game as well. The 6'9" forward from Toms River, New Jersey. Hutchins. Crawford turnaround off the glass. Abraham in there. Albano battles him for the rebound. Possession arrow is Marquette on the jump ball. 7-point game.
As we said earlier, Zach McCall coming in for Pieper. Zach is the finest athlete, athletic ability for the Golden Eagles.
Went to Syracuse on a football ride. Wound up back at Marquette as a basketball player. Pieper coming back in. The call goes out.
Well, that was about a 2-second substitution.
Yeah, right. What was that all about?
Probably wanted to get something into Pieper's ear.
Pieper to Hutchins. Abraham, hook shot.
First time he used his strength. His dad, Ralph, played against my NIT championship team in 1971.
At St. John's, Ralph Abraham. To Barksdale. Quincy Lee. Lee, the hero in the Ryder game, the championship of the tournament. Geraldo's three off the front iron. Good rebound by Lee.
Fresh clock.
Barksdale out for Adidas.
I'm surprised Adidas didn't take that shot. Most European players, that's all they want to do is shoot from the outside.
Barksdale missing. Hutchins rebounding.
Ooh, a nice stitch. Barksdale reached in and fouled Chris Crawford. What a nice stitch by Aaron Hutchins. Watch him penetrate to the right, draw a crowd, then dish to the left. Chris Crawford at an inside position. Got to make it from the foul line. Good foul by Barksdale.
Chris Crawford, 72% free throw shooter. This is the first. He's got 5 points. UCLA by 4 in a very low-scoring game. No huge surprise when you're playing Princeton. Crawford missed them both.
That's a rare double miss by CC Chris Crawford.
Geraldo set up the attack. Lee.
Geraldo doesn't tire. He keeps moving out there. He must play 40 minutes a game.
Adidas trying to crash through Crawford. His pull-up miss. Battle for his own rebound. It comes to Crawford. Hutchins, 3-on-3. He'll hold it up. Now breaking into the paint. And Hutchins nowhere to go with it. Foul in the lane.
He's looking to dish off on the weak side, but there's nobody there. Fortunate that wasn't a turnover. In comes our red-headed Irishman.
No foul call. Marquette ball went off the Monmouth player. Gordon back in, number 15. For Monmouth.
Just beat a 5 count that time, Pieper.
Hutchins, Pieper, Abraham, Crawford. Eford, the lineup for Marquette. And Hutchins for three.
Oh, so mentally tough. He always comes in with a big basket. He's the one that beat Louisville in the double overtime. He also beat Iowa State this year with a last-second shot.
15 points for Hutchins. We have seen some outstanding point guards in the 4 games here in Providence today. Brevin Knight for Stanford. Padilla for Massachusetts. Here's a look at this guy's play.
See, Rialdo is trying to fight around a pick that Chris Crawford set for Hutchins to bury that 3.
Kareem Reed for Arkansas. And quite a day for these outstanding young point guards.
Well, in college, you got to have that point guard, and usually they're better if they're under 6 feet. They penetrate, they get into Main Street, and they dish off.
Albano missing the free throw. He's got 9 points. Shoots at 72%.
He's wearing down physically. They're alternating defensive men on him. He has to go all the way. All the offense runs through him.
Made the second. Monmouth only 2 of 7 from the line. 39-28 Marquette. 15:05 to go. Hutchins to Crawford. Crawford turns around and makes a shot.
Got away with a walk that time, in my opinion. Need a basket this time down, Hawks. Got to be patient.
Quincy Lee tried for 3. Hutchins rebounding. Not a lot of patience there.
Or was that a second, Tim?
First basket from McCaskill. And a timeout call by Monmouth. 14:22 to go. Marquette 43-28. Marquette 43-28. 14:22 to go. Tim Ryan with Al McGuire here in Providence, and Monmouth shooting at 36% from the field. They're normally a 47% shooting team, and from the free throw line, really hurting themselves. They normally are at 70%. So they're helping the higher ranked team, the favorite here, the Marquette Golden Eagles, after sticking right with them into the final minute and 7 seconds of the first half. It is 43-28. And a travel by Albano. 12 turnovers. Monmouth really being hurt by the fact that neither Lee nor Adidas have scored for them. They're 0 for 10 from the floor between them. So the job has been left to Albano and Giraldo and Barksdale.
Oh, nice bounce pass down low.
Crawford.
Crawford scored, but give the credit to Hutch on that one.
45-28. The stronger Marquette Golden Eagles asserting themselves as expected in this game against the 13 seeds from Monmouth.
As long as the ball's in this man's hands, you got a chance. Giraldo is a solid player. Keep the ball in his hands, he'll dish or he'll score. Here he goes.
Giraldo for 3, yes.
Yep. Keeper doesn't get up quick enough from three-point land there.
13 points for Giraldo, approaching his average of 14-2. And as we said, he shoots 46% from three-point range.
People will come out for that defensive letdown there. I see McCaskill waiting to come in.
Ball went off the hands of Adidas.
There goes Peeper out. Anytime a great or mortal sin in the defense, Mike Dean moves you out.
Foul called on Adidas. The call comes in for Peeper. 2 fouls on Adidas. McCaskill working his way to the basket. And over Adidas.
Nice second spin there. I prefer when McCaskill shoots his fadeaway. That's his best game. Everybody's trying to tell him to drive towards the basket. He doesn't have that style of game. Even at 6'11".
47-31 Marquette. 12:31 to go. Oh, nice play. Albano open underneath. 47-33. 12 points for Albano. Hutchins ran into traffic. And a foul called on Adidas, his third now. Well, tomorrow in the Midwest in Milwaukee, the number 6 seed Louisville, the number 3 seed Villanova in action there. This is Hutchins in and out. Oh, the follow by McCaskill.
He was allowed to hang that long on the rim because there's fear that he could be undercut. Otherwise, it's a technical foul. Off the missed shot by Hutch. In comes 6 for 11 McCaskill. Hangs up there a little bit of Hollywood, but it's legal if anyone's near you on the defensive team. Here's another angle.
And Adidas with a little push picks up his 4th personal foul. So he leaves the game. McCaskill goes to the line. And Pat Flynn, senior forward, 6'7" from Manassas, Virginia, into the game, replacing Adidas. Number 40.
By the Hawks now, I would press Marquette because Hutch is out of the ball game. Looks like a 2-3 zone. What it is, a 2-3 zone.
29 big ones. Here's Chris Johnson, dribble penetration, short, scramble. That's Steve Goodrich coming out with the ball. 49 seconds left. Princeton with the basketball. Shot clock turned off. 22 and counting. And we get a dive out. Pete Carell and the Princeton Tigers have got a chance to win it. We'll be back for the finish right after this. .41-41. 21 ticks remaining. Princeton with the basketball. UCLA 2 timeouts. Princeton with 1. The next foul, both teams will be in the bonus.
See, McCoy has come out this time. Normally Goodrich can come and get it. You know they're going to try to run a backdoor play if they can get it.
Under 10. Backdoor.
He got it.
3-point match. He got it.
He got a timeout.
Timeout.
And they got a backdoor. UCLA took a timeout. So the question that Jim Herrick is trying to get answered now is how many seconds were on the clock when they called timeout. So he's trying to get it added up. Signature play for Princeton is backdoor. Goodrich missed it the first time, dribbles toward the man, goes back this time, no doubt about it. Very nice backdoor. Lou Ellis is able to get it in. And watch the bench just go berserk. Can you believe it?
For so many years, 29 seasons at Princeton, Pete Carell had come close to pulling off the big upset.
Look at him looking for the clock. Get that clock to run down. He thought the clock was already down.
His team right now, 1.3 seconds away from winning. Up 43-41. What's the strategy here for UCLA?
First of all, they're going to have to get it in. If I'm going to try to get it in Chris Johnson's hand, because first of all, he can make plays with one quick dribble. He can get to the basket. The only other option they have, the problem with doing it with Jelani McCoy, if he gets fouled, he's a less than a 65% foul shooter. That's the problem UCLA has. They're not a good foul shooting team.
Remember 1989 when Princeton almost came up with the upset over John Thompson's Georgetown Hoyas. They finally lost it 50-49. and take one more look at the basket by the freshman, Lou Ellis.
Well, first of all, they missed it the first time. Goodrich gets it. He was going to throw it that time and held up. And now watch. Lou Ellis goes out, dribbled toward it, and he goes back again. And he turned. It was Charles O'Bannon. He just turned him around. And that's how he was able to get the basket, because O'Bannon lost track of where he was. And the smart play by Goodrich is to go toward Lou Ellis, because then O'Bannon doesn't know whether he has to help or find his man. He didn't find his man.
Petey Carell, his final season at Princeton, 29 years, 1.3 seconds away.
They're still trying to decide how much time should be put on the shot clock, on the clock. And the official, wait a minute, I thought they called up the timeout on the backcourt side. They're getting it in the front court.
On the floor for UCLA, Cameron Dollar, Charles O'Bannon, Toby Bailey, Jelani McCoy, and Chris Johnson. Who takes a shot?
And on this one, they may try to run it right here. I see they've got Toby Bailey here on this side. You can get a little action back pick with Toby Bailey and Charles O'Bannon for a back pick. And then you can step out to get it. And if they don't switch it, then throw the ball at the basket and let O'Bannon go and bring it down. This is a correctable error. This is about time. Now, when does the shot go in? All right, it'll go in about, I thought it was about, all right, it's 3.9. The shot clock stopped. Now, when did he call timeout? See, that's the other part of it. When did he call timeout? Because he did not call timeout as soon as the ball went through the basket.
Cameron Dollar pushed the ball up the floor.
I think it's Chris Johnson on the far side. We don't get to see him. He's calling timeout now.
Now Chris Johnson calling timeout in the backcourt.
Yeah, Chris Johnson is calling timeout. See, Chris Johnson is right there calling timeout at the official.
The last man. There he is.
All right. He's the last man right there. He's been in the official's face. So the ball is here when he calls it. Right here, Bailey is called timeout. Now that's what they got to figure out. Either way, the ball can't go where they got Cameron Dollar taking the ball out if they get 3.9.
This is a correctable error, as we mentioned before.
When they see it, they got to take it back. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It is a correctable error. They're putting 2.2 seconds.
2.2 seconds.
Then the ball has got to come all the way back. How did they get the ball up here? He never got there.
And that's what Pete Carell is arguing about right now on the sidelines.
If they're saying the timeout was back here and they add 2.2 seconds, then they've got to take the ball back to where that was.
And we'll get a timeout on the floor. 2.2 seconds now on the game clock. 43-41 Princeton.
Timeout.
2.2 seconds remaining. 43-41. UCLA down. Cameron Dollar inbounding the basketball.
Well, that's where the timeout was called, but they got to watch the lob.
Here's Bailey. He'll get it off.
Oh, they beat him!
The Princeton Tigers have pulled the upset. They beat the defending national champions 43-41.
Automatic foul out in the open.
Well, it is final. Princeton has defeated UCLA. Pete Carell.
Who would want to play Princeton? You.
6:40 left here in Providence. Marquette leading 54-38 over Monmouth of West Long Branch, New Jersey. And congratulations to Princeton and Pete Carrill for their upset of the 4 seed UCLA in their region. Defending champions out of the competition. Goes out of bounds off the hands of Marquette. Well, here in this game, in three-point play, which started out as a three-point shooting contest early, Monmouth now 3 of 11.
Just beat the 5 count. Pat Flynn reached in.
6:11 to go. Monmouth, winners of the Northeast tournament, in a last-minute thrill over Ryder, and they just announced that Princeton UCLA score. Of course, a lot of folks from New Jersey here supporting Monmouth, so enjoying Princeton, New Jersey's victory. The upset win over UCLA. Mike Dean, the Marquette coach, had a few anxious moments in the first half as Monmouth played right with him into the final minute and a half of the first half. And Princeton now plays Mississippi State next in the Southeast region in Indianapolis. Richard Shaw connects.
Mississippi State has that great guard Wilson, has the big man down low Dampier, and has the great junior college transfer named Jones. But Princeton, surprisingly, they beat Penn in a playoff game to represent the Ivy League. The Ivy League does not have a postseason conference tournament. Neither does the Big Ten or the Pac-10.
Monmouth getting their automatic bid by winning the Northeast tournament. And here against the at-large Marquette Golden Eagles. Gordon takes it to the glass. 56-40. Six points for Gordon. Marquette in that thrilling final in the Conference USA against Cincinnati. Losing in overtime. Cincinnati in the tournament, of course.
One of the better clubs from Conference USA was knocked out, Memphis State, earlier in the day.
Crawford turnaround in the paint. 58-40. Memphis losing to Drexel today, a 12 seed, beating a 5. And Marquette seemingly in control of this game. Adidas, number 12, gives it off to Giraldo. Abraham getting ready to come in for the Golden Eagles. Barksdale. Won't drop for him, and Hutchins is there.
Oh, what a nice play. Kick back almost to half court. Numbers are no automatic. Should be a layup.
3-on-1, and Gordon fouled by Pieper.
Mike Dean has to start thinking about rest time because they come back for that Saturday afternoon game here. And like to get these guys some rest. So I think you'll see the starting 5 start to move out. There goes Crawford out, and in comes the freshman.
Lovett comes in. Richard Shaw goes out. Lovett, Abraham, Pieper, Hutchins, and Eford. The lineup for Marquette. 3 of their starters still in. Or McCaskill is in, pardon me. Not Abraham, so 4 of the starters on the floor.
Would like to give Hutchins a blow, but you have no point guard to take his place. The Hawks should come back and put pressure, no one to break the pressure. Now watch this little guy just break the pressure. There it goes.
Eford trapped, gets the pass off to Pieper.
Starting to work the clock a little bit here. I want to get it down to under 15 before they go into action. College teams have a tough time managing the clock.
Hutchins found room under Adidas.
Yep. Put him in the middle, and you got a nice Sweet 16 team here, but you keep Hutch out of the middle. I don't know if you can make it to the Sweet 16.
17 points for Aaron Hutchins, who averages 13-7 a game, and it's just gotten better and better as the season's gone on. Pass from Giraldo to Albano, and he's fouled by Levette. That's 3 on Levette. He doesn't need a lot of time in the game to pick up fouls. He's an aggressive young guy. Freshman. Mike Bargan comes in, and Hutchins will get a rest. 3:54 to go.
I guess the point guard be played by Ethan or Pieper now. Both are susceptible to turnovers.
Bargan, a 6'7" freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, number 21. Albano with 12 points makes it 13. Corey Albano, MVP in the Northeast tournament. 21 points in the final against Ryder. 60-44 Marquette. Well, some big wins today. First round action. Princeton, a huge upset over UCLA, 43-41. Drexel, a 12, upsetting Memphis. Eastern Michigan, maybe not such a big upset. Al, what do you think?
No, that wasn't a big upset. Eastern Michigan was rated in the top 25 a month ago, then slipped out of it.
And Arkansas, a 12, dumping a 5 in Penn State right here in Providence today.
Arkansas just had too much quickness.
Pieper driving, won't go for him, but he's fouled in the lane. Well, that's Albano picking up the foul, his third. 60-44.
Rattles that one in.
Pieper, an 83% shooter from here.
Pete from deep.
Anthony Pieper makes them both. Marquette in control. 10 points for Anthony Pieper. Arkansas awaiting the winner of this game, which will apparently be Marquette, as expected, the favorite, ranked number 20 in the country. Monmouth giving them a battle, especially in the first half. Kept it close till the final minute and 7 seconds. Giraldo off to Barksdale. Barksdale and a launch of 3 was partially blocked, and McCaskill came up with it.
The Hawks just don't have enough spread around offensive scoring. It's 2 men and that's it.
Not enough guns, not enough bench.
So caught an okay corral.
First time ever in the NCAA. What a thrill for Monmouth and their fans. They've got a good contingent here. McCaskill stole it from Gordon, and he scores.
That was his best move of the evening by McCaskill.
9 points for Amal McCaskill.
He'll end up being a pro, but he'll still be a 3-year project. In his junior year in high school, he only averaged 2.5 minutes a game. This is his 5th year at Marquette. He was redshirted.
Giraldo to Albano, tries for 3 off the front iron. Bargan rebounds for Marquette. Pieper using up some clock. 2:06 remaining. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Eford, and it's tipped away by Gordon. Gordon 2-on-1. He'll go the distance, and it's blocked by Mike Bargan. Giraldo grabbed that rebound off the hand of Bargan and goes to the basket. There's a foul call.
Nice block by Bargan. He's out of Nebraska. It's only a freshman.
Barksdale picks up his second personal. Make it 3 on Barksdale.
His third.
1:49 remaining. A 20-point game for Marquette, headed to play Arkansas in the second round here in Providence on Saturday afternoon.
They'll have a hard job at Arkansas's quickness, but then Arkansas will have a tough job with the physicalness and rotation of the Golden Eagles.
It'll be UMass and Stanford in the other game in round 2 here in Providence. What do you think of that one?
Oh, what I think of that one, I think the Minutemen are going to have a major problem with Stanford. Stanford's extremely well coached, disciplined, and they have a style that can give the Minutemen fits. Marcus Camby, if he comes back, he ended up getting 4 stitches in his forehead in the earlier game. You'd have to have a dynamite game to have a blowout. This will not be a blowout against Stanford.
Levett missed them both from the line. There's no doubt that Cambio will play. He came back into the game after being stitched up today, but not one of his best afternoons. But UMass romping after some early problems with Central Florida. McCall. Three-pointer.
By the senior,
William Streeter, senior from East St. Louis. Harris in the game at guard for Marquette. Mark Harris, another senior from Milwaukee, at 5'8". It'll be Marquette ball off the hands of, no, it's going to be a Monmouth ball off the hands of the Golden Eagles.
straight up man-to-man by Marquette in the out-of-bounds play.
Streeter, Levett, Bargan, Harris, and Zach McCall, the lineup now for the Golden Eagles. Giraldo lets it fly. Harris the rebound. 1 minute to play. Zach McCall in for Levett, and Levett off the glass. And we're into the final minute. Marquette on their way to the second round to face Arkansas here in Providence on Saturday. The miss by Franklin, and Harris brings it up. Harris pull-up jumper, won't go for him. Monmouth the other way. Quincy Lee to Giraldo. And Giraldo's reverse layup doesn't go. Levett rebounds. Harris, good pass inside for Bargan. And down goes Jack Gordon heavily. He's apparently all right. It's a nice hand from the crowd here. Well, Marquette, the number 4 seed in the East, advances to face number 12 Arkansas on Saturday, and the top-ranked team in the nation, top seed in the tournament, UMass against number 9 Stanford. Both here on CBS. 12:15 start. Stanford UMass. 12:15 Eastern Time on Saturday afternoon on CBS Sports. Exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament.
Well, we got 4 dynamite teams in our bracket going for the Sweet 16.
Now, Monmouth gave it their best shot. First time ever in the NCAA championship. Out of the Northeast, they had to win 2 close ones in the tournaments. In the tournament of the Northeast to get here, beating Marist and Ryder and Squeakers, and they made it in. They've had their moment in the sun, but Marquette just too much. And disconsolate John Giraldo on the bench there, showing his emotion. And that is Dave Boff, number 44, a freshman from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, with a final shot. The calls will not count as the Golden Eagles, Marquette University in Milwaukee, advance to the second round with a 68-44 victory over the Monmouth Hawks out of the Northeast Conference.